Nayana Dehigama is the founder, chairman, managing director of Epic Lanka Group, the renowned ICT solutions provider with a proven track record of 15 years. His company, being undisputed leader of the Sri Lankan software industry, has collected over 46 national and international accolades in the past 4 years, which is unprecedented. The company won the National Business Excellence Award in ICT sector for 3 consecutive years from 2008. They also won the highest number of awards at the National Best Quality Software Awards 2011, repeating for the 4th time. Epic Lanka also won the first ever Gold Award for Sri Lanka at the Asia Pacific ICT Awards 2008.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to talk about something especially needed to the society. Let me start like this way. As our technology getting advanced, it makes our life more easier. Our works makes easier. But only having technology, it is impossible to achieve that. It needs mastermind. In our society, fortunately, to make our daily life easier, there are masterminds. They are called entrepreneurs. Today, people maybe heard about them, but sometimes maybe they don't have an exact idea about who the entrepreneur is. So today we are going to talk about entrepreneurs. To further discussion, I'm joined by the Sri Lankan Entrepreneur 2012 and the founder of Epic Lanka Private Limited, the CEO and Managing Director of that company, Dr. Nayana Dehigama. Good afternoon, sir. So, let's start like this way with a simple question. Why did you want to become an entrepreneur?
Well, it's like this now. First, I did not want to become an entrepreneur because I did not know the difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman. While I was studying at my school, which is King Road College, Henry, I can remember I was doing my O-levels. I wanted to become a businessman. Reason being, of course, I come from a humble family, and then, of course, we did not have much luxuries to enjoy. Because of that, I thought the best way to lead your life into a luxury living is to become a businessman. So that's the idea that I got while I was doing my ordinary level studies. And so I got the determination that I must be a businessman one day. So that is how my journey began towards becoming an entrepreneur.
So let's talk about the epic journey that you had in this epic company.
Well, Epic was founded in 1998 by myself. I found the name also. Epic was named after 4 names called Electronic Payments and Internet Commerce, EPIC. That is how the Epic became Epic. In fact, that time, of course, I wanted to start a company to pursue business in the e-commerce and internet payment domain, where there was a boom at that time in the e-commerce and electronic payments domain. So this is where I wanted to go in and then capitalize the market potential using the little knowledge that I had in this domain. However, I must say that Epic is not my first company. Epic is my 8th company. In fact, before that I founded 7 and all 7 failed. Like time to time, over a period of 15 years, I tried to find my forte, in fact, and then I kept on finding or starting entrepreneurial ventures, but none of them was successful over 15 years. And to be honest with you, my first entrepreneurial venture was started while I was doing my advanced level at college. So that is how I started to march towards to become an entrepreneur. And then, of course, I kept on failing, and then as I failed in one venture, so I had to go back to an employment. So I joined a company and worked a couple of years. And then again, the entrepreneurial spirit came into my mind, and then I quit and then started a company. But that I was basically trying to establish it, but failed once again. So like that, it was basically a struggle over 15 years until I founded the Epic in 1998.
So there's a common life lesson is involved there. Never give up whatever happens.
That always I believe. Vinay is the one who does not quit.
So you say that this is your 8th company.
Yes.
So that means you failed 7 times. And I think, what are the failures that affect you those 7 times?
Many reasons, of course, and of course I have realized why I have been failing and what are the reasons. That's a long story. The sense it's not one reason, right? But there are few reasons I can actually cite. But the only thing is, main reason is that I did not have the success factors in what that was the missing part. I did not have the ingredients that basically made it success. As an example, I went into different businesses without having passion, right? So I did not have passion, but I just did it for the sake of doing it, or for the sake of just it was there, and then I wanted to do it. Right? In all these failed entrepreneurial ventures, I missed the ingredients that was basically make an entrepreneur successful. So they are where the problem was. So right.
In this society, money is a huge consideration factor for everything.
Yep.
So money, capital, is it necessary to be an entrepreneur? If it is,
yes.
so how you find your capital?
Okay. It's like this. Now I proudly say that I started my company with just 10,000 rupees in my hand. Right? And when I founded Epic, my bank balance was about 10,000 rupees, and that's the only money that I had. But that doesn't mean that you don't need money or finances to start a venture. Right? The difference is you don't have to own funds. Right? Funds are necessary. The finances are necessary. The good news for entrepreneurs is that those resources that you need to build your entrepreneurial venture, such as technology, such as land and building, such as finances and other resources, knowledge, everything, they are available in the market for you to access. Funds are available in the market. Knowledge is available in the market. The land and building is available in the market. Right? There are different tools, different ways you can actually access to those things. Right? So it's not that you should have it on your own, in the sense. But if someone says that you don't need any money to start a business, I don't agree completely. Right? I don't agree, but I can't disagree also, because there may be very rare cases where you can start a business by investing very small seed money. That's fine. I don't fully disagree. But for most of the businesses to start with, you need resources. Like resources, one of the resources is finances. But the difference is that you don't need to have it, but because you can access it. There are many ways where you can go and access those funds in the market. So even in my case, even though I had only 10,000 rupees with me, right? But I had to buy a computer, a printer, and few other things, right? But not huge amount of capital, but some capital I wanted, and I accessed them through loans, borrowings from friends, right? Like that, I basically accessed it. I did not have because of that, I had to basically find that one, and then I invested. But the most important thing to note is that when as a startup or as a startup company, I did not over exhaust financially. Did not expose into heavy loans or heavy borrowings or heavy leverage, right? So I did not have enough sufficient funds, but I borrowed the minimum amount I wanted because I wanted to start the company within the financial comfort zone. I don't want to exhaust myself because one of the biggest mistakes most of the entrepreneurs do is when they want to start a business, they go behind loans and go behind borrowings, and then the borrowings become very heavy. They cannot carry it. So then you get exhausted, and then when you are basically after a couple of months when you are unable to repay or your markets are not doing well, the banks will come on you and then pressure you, right? Or the lending party will come and press you to repay, right? And at that time you will lose your creativity, you will lose your freedom to think, you will lose your freedom to deploy strategy, because now you have to service the loans and other things. So now you are in a financial stress situation. It's a huge stress. So your entire completely your innovativeness will go away, creativity will go away. Right? You cannot think, you cannot do anything. Now you have to work for someone else. Right? So therefore the best thing is to begin a company within the financial comfort zone. So you basically live within your means in the sense, without being too exhausted financially. So keep your financial stress at the minimum, bare minimum or zero level, right? But you need to make some borrowing sometimes. Make the borrowings within a very comfortable limit.
So that gives me the sense that to be an entrepreneur, you should be some kind of a smart guy, isn't it?
Well, yes, of course, entrepreneurs are smart. Because entrepreneurs are smart, for sure. Right? Otherwise, they can't be an entrepreneur in a sense, right? And so it's more using your common sense, basically. Using your common sense, and then to follow certain ethics in doing things, and especially do not overdo anything, right? Because there's a time, and then let it slowly grow. But my strategy was that for the first 10 years of my innovation as the entrepreneurial venture, I never basically pulled out profits out from the company. I kept on reinvesting because of the company revenues kept me going, in the sense that the company paid me salary and then my vehicles and everything. So basically the company gave me the comfort of living. So therefore I did not want to basically even get dividends from the company. Right. So I wanted to make the company established, stronger and grow. So because of that, all the profits that we generated, I basically kept on reinvesting and then make the company grow faster. But after 10 years, that's the time that you can actually, I started basically enjoying the dividends and all the other things. That is how I managed this. So that's a strategy that I adopted, right? But that may be right for another entrepreneur, but that fitted me, right? That basically gave me the comfort.
So every entrepreneur has their own approach.
Yeah, there is no one hard and fast way or a single path to go to success. There are plenty of paths that you can go, and what matters is finding the right path for you.
The success is defined by the decisions that you are making.
Well, success is at the end of the day how happy you are, right? So, of course, it's not the amount of money that you do, it's not the amount, the numbers in your bottom line or the top line, right? There are companies that basically record huge numbers in the top line, right? But they are in huge debts, huge debts. Their liabilities are endless, and you're under pressure. Right? And then, of course, there are other shareholders, and you basically go public, and you have so many responsibilities on your shoulders, and you can't even breathe on your own. Right? I don't want to be in that one. Right? That is not my style. Right? But again, it depends on the entrepreneur, your personal values. Right? There are entrepreneurs who are at that level, they're probably 100 times bigger than my company. Right? They have gone public. There's so many diversification. And but at the same time, the leverage also very heavy. I mean, the billions of sometimes billions of rupees of loans, the borrowings, right, and then the public responsibility. There's so much of weight on their shoulder, right, and you can't even sometimes do what you like to do because you have to go for these shareholder meetings and you have to submit reports and all these things. Life is basically for the company, right? So, but I don't like to be in that. I like to be on my own and then enjoy my life. Have ample free time, be with my family and all these things. So that I drive the company, I build the company the way I want it, right? According to my own values. So like that, it depends on entrepreneur to entrepreneur. The value systems changes itself, different. So that is how. So success once again is how happy you are in the sense. I mean, if you're happy the way you are, and if you're happy the profile that you have got, and if you're happy the profits that you earn, and the dividends that you earn, and if you are happy the way you treat your own employees and on your stakeholders, right? What else you want? What else you want?
Yeah. In this modern society, a lot of people don't have the exact knowledge and I would say the difference between businessman and entrepreneur. So tell me about what's the difference between them.
Yeah. As far as I am concerned, of course, I see a huge difference between a businessman and an entrepreneur. Businessman, if you look at who businessman is, businessman works within a very restricted framework of earning money, earning profits. That's the motive, that's the ultimate objective of a businessman. So even in Sri Lanka, if you look at most of the community, the business community or the entrepreneurial community, I cannot call them entrepreneurs. They are businessmen because what they do is basically they make money for them, right? And their main objective is to run a business and make profits, right? So most of the time what they do is they basically buy things, sell things, and get their commission or distributors margin or whatever, right? They keep on making money. Or most of the people they import things, sell locally, right? And they get their money. So this is how the businessman works. But entrepreneur is not like that. Entrepreneurs are totally different kind of fish because they have a bigger responsibility, not only towards them, towards the society also, and also to the stakeholder. The biggest difference, I will give you few differences in the sense. One of the biggest differences that the businessman and an entrepreneur has is entrepreneur. As I told you, the businessman, the objective is to earn money for him, right? I would say the generation of wealth. Entrepreneur also is the main objective is to generation of wealth, right? But they generate wealth not only for them, right? They generate wealth to self, which means to the entrepreneur, to the stakeholders, to the stakeholders, which means your employees, your suppliers, and your other shareholders, and all the other people who are basically interacting with your business. And also they have a responsibility towards generating wealth for the society also. Because they understand, entrepreneurs believe that they survive or they sustain because of the society. Without the society, an entrepreneur cannot sustain. Right? So they take the responsibility of generating wealth for the society also. There are three factors. First to you, to yourself, then to your stakeholders, which means your employees, taking care of your employees' well-being and, right? So they are wealth and create wealth to the society. So three objectives within one. Then also entrepreneurs deliberately they get involved in innovations. They use innovations to add value, in the sense. So rather than just buying something and selling to someone and then making money in between, entrepreneurs they always go through a value addition process in the middle. Instead of buying a product and selling, they buy raw materials and then add value and create a product and then go to market. I mean, that's a simple example that I can think of, right? So how do you do that? You basically adopt innovations, make an effect deliberately, right? Innovation is change, right? You take this one and then you keep on changing and then you adopt innovations into this one and you promote innovations and then add value and then go to market. So that value addition and innovation is another part of entrepreneurs. Then also entrepreneurs do a very, very important other thing, which is the knowledge, how they manage knowledge in the sense. Because now all entrepreneurs, first they create knowledge, they assimilate knowledge, right? And also they disseminate knowledge. Knowledge creation is new knowledge you are creating through research and development. The research and development, I mean not only within inside a laboratory where you go and do research. That is not what I say. During your day-to-day operations, you do research, which means you observe how you do things or what it is there, right? And then try to understand how you can do it better for better results, better productivity, or improve what you do, right? Which means you are creating knowledge how to do things differently. So which is research. So which is through that what you do is you basically create new knowledge, right? Then you also assimilate knowledge by way of going to seminars, going into different courses, you get basically technology transfer and all these things. Basically knowledge that I cannot create, I go and acquire from the so because what I believe in knowledge, I need to now improve my knowledge. So entrepreneur always believe in knowledge, right? So I create knowledge, and the knowledge that I cannot create, I basically go out and then extract the knowledge through technology transfer programs and various other assimilation programs. But we don't stop at that. Right? All the knowledge that we have gathered, we always disseminate to the society, disseminate to our employees, disseminate to our stakeholders. We don't keep it, right? Because we believe that more we disseminate, more we give it to others, what we know, right, better we can be, the sense. Our results will be better, the more productivity can be achieved. So therefore, not only creation, not only assimilation, but we also, entrepreneurs also disseminate. What we know, we always teach others, we give others. Because we need others also to improve, and also we believe that it is always better to think from 100 brains than from one. Right? So therefore, we need people like us everywhere. So I need all my employees to think like me. In order to do that, I need to improve their knowledge. I have to make them knowledge workers. So that's so easy for me to work. Right? Rather than having, working with some, low knowledge workers, it's always happier and easier to work with the people who have knowledge. Right? So we always disseminate. So creation, assimilation and dissemination of knowledge also is part of entrepreneur's responsibility. And also then the society, the social responsibility part. Right? And entrepreneurs always think about the society, as I told that, because we believe that we as entrepreneurs, we know that we cannot sustain without the society, and society is the platform that we basically live in, right? So therefore it is our responsibility to take care of our society. So therefore we take the social responsibility as part of our job, right? So we do CSR projects, we do things to make sure that the society is established and sustained, right? And society is safe. Those are the things that we. So that's a social responsibility part, which I cannot find in mere business people. Business people, their only objective is to make money. That's it. They don't go beyond business. This is the difference between an entrepreneur and a businessman.
You share a lot of experience and your failures and how you overcome those failures. That is very important for our and also the future entrepreneurs as well. So, and the last time, let's give a basic advice for the future entrepreneurs.
Okay, I'll give you few points to take home. One, I always say that this is my experience, my life experience. Do not do anything if you don't have passion for it. Right? Passion is what you like, what you love for, and what you can die for. Right? If you don't have passion for anything, do not start your business or your entrepreneurial venture in this one. I failed in 7 times merely because I did not have passion, and that was the main reason, one of the main reasons. And why I am successful today is that I am doing something that I have passion for.
So I heard the saying that if you are not doing what you like, you are wasting your time.
Certainly, because if you get into your line of passion, right, you will do 10 times better than that of any job that you are doing in any other this one. So there where most of the people go wrong also, because as I first told, most of the people choose their career in business or in any other career not because they have passion for that, merely because either they are influenced by any external factor, we say your parents, your teachers, your friends, something like that, right? Or you are in desperation. You are desperate to find something or start something, right? Because you have so much of financial stress or some problems, and therefore you are dying to find a job. So whatever that comes your way, you just get it, right? So in desperation, you basically choose something. So either external influence, like especially the teachers, parents, you must do it. Teachers tell you that, son, you come, now you have done your levels, so I have spoken to someone, why don't you do this one? So they guide you, right? Or your parents say that, no, you must go to a bank, or you must go to this and you must do this course, and you must be an engineer, you must be this one. All nonsense. Right? You have to decide what you want to do. It's not what you want to do, what you love to do, what you enjoy doing, which is what you do. Basically, if you feel that you're working for someone or you're doing some work, actually you are not in your line of passion. But if you're in your line of passion, you don't work because you just enjoy, that's it, right? If you get up in the morning and if you feel that, oh my goodness, I have to go to office today also, you're not in your line of passion. But my advice is that quit today and find your line of passion. But problem is, finding it is a challenge in the sense, because your mind always cheats you. Right? Your mind is the culprit actually that you have, because the mind is something that always, every second, keep on cheating you. So like that, you will think that this is my passion, line of passion, but when you go to do it, it's actually not. Right? Mind is a cheater. I always believe in that, right? So, but only thing is there are certain techniques how you can do it. You can cheat your own mind and find what your passion is. So you must understand how to do it. So those are the things that we have learned through our experience, in the sense which we are telling the younger generation. Right? So the passion, finding a passion is very important if anyone wants to become an entrepreneur. And also then there are other things, the commitment. Right? If you cannot give your full-hearted commitment, your personal involvement, right, you hardly can achieve anything. It's a commitment, how, what you can give. I mean, you have to give 101%. It's not even 100%, right? It's something more until you come to a certain. So once you have actually established, laid your foundation strong, and you are there, then you can actually start, delegating your work to others, and all these things can go personal commitment as a startup, as an entrepreneur. How committed you are to make that business successful, or make that venture successful, and whether you are willing to give your sweat and blood into that one is very, very important. So it's everything. You have to give everything, right? And you cannot have one foot here, one foot there, or half-hearted approach. But even at my level, our level, at this stage, having all these experiences and failures, successes, everything, we still fail. We still fail, right? Because I don't say that I made Epic a success in 1998 and then today we are doing everything successful. No, we still do take wrong decisions. Still we fail. We still create companies and we fail, right? But in most of the cases, why we fail is that we don't give the commitment because we have fully committed business going somewhere else, right? So we cannot keep full commitment to another thing. I can't be in two places at the same time, right? So there is a possibility that the business fail because I don't give the commitment and I can't find someone who can actually give the full commitment to that one because they don't own it. And when we hire people, it's very, in most of the cases, they don't give the maximum commitment. So commitment is something. Then few other things like credibility matters in the sense when you have this one. I mean, because people have to trust you. The market has to trust you. So credibility is everything at that time in the sense, right? Why people buy your product or your services is that they trust your product. They trust that they can achieve what they want to achieve by working with you or by buying your product. In the sense, that trust have to be built, right? So the credibility is another issue. Then you must have competence also. You must know what you're doing. The sense, right? I mean, if you are not an engineer, you cannot get into a hardcore engineering this one because either you must adopt that knowledge somewhere and understand the basics of it. So competence is one, right? Your core competence as well as your the distinct competence. Those two things are very important. The core competence, how you can actually utilize your knowledge to compete with others and and be competitive advantage in the market. And then the other thing is distinct competence, which is the specialized knowledge on that subject, so that which others don't have, where you can actually make a difference in the market, right? So those things, the competence is another area that you have to be. So if you want to start a company or an industry or the venture, right? You must know what you are doing. Right? So, I mean, I don't say that okay, only engineers can start technology companies, or I'm not an engineer in the sense, right? So only doctors can start medical entrepreneurship. No, nothing. No, what I say is, if you want to, if you have passion for something, and then if you want to start some venture on that passion line, right? Learn about it. Get the basic knowledge. Know what you are doing. Know where you are going. Right? So this is another ingredient that you have. So those are the few things, hints that I can give to entrepreneurs. But main thing is finding your passion. But if you find your passion right, I think you're almost there.
So thanks for you, sir. We learned a lot of things about, actually it's about life, a lot of things about life. It's quite unbelievable. So thanks for all the experience that you shared with us. And also I have to say that it's really an honor to interview with you, discussing with you like this. So
thank you very much for choosing me for your assignment, and hopefully we can work together one day and in the same entrepreneurial domain.
yeah. I would hope so that. So thank you, sir, very much. So we wish you very best for your success in your future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.